Everybody loves Michael Strauss.
I have a pretty different style than a lot of quarterbacks. I kind of just go out there and play, and some things might not be perfect, and I just come and let the game come to me, and anything that I need to do, I try and do. Being a backup last year, I tried to treat every practice and every game, as if I was going to play, and that's really prepared me for this year. And now I pretty much know how to prepare. I feel like I'll obviously do a couple things differently, but overall confidence is a little higher, and you just feel like you got a little more control of what's going on.
Strauss looks, he fires into the end zone. Ben Edwards leaps and makes the catch right in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Spiders.
That's definitely been one of the big things, is having those 4 games under my belt, is just kind of not having to come into this year just being cold turkey, never starting before, and now I kind of know how it's supposed to work and how it's supposed to look out there, and how it's supposed to look when you win the game, and how you're supposed to play. So all those things have definitely got me ready for this year. It's a completely different look than when we had John in. I mean, with me, I'm not going to be doing as many of those power runs that John had. He was probably carrying the ball 15 times a game, and I don't see myself carrying the ball that many times. Probably more balanced attack with we're running with the running backs, and then just a nice air attack. Trying to throw the ball and get quick passes and deep passes, taking shots. I mean, I definitely loved Marino growing up. He had that quick release, and I'm obviously a fan of the Dolphins, and also Brett Favre growing up. He was known as a gunslinger, and I see a lot of things that he does that I try to emulate sometimes, as far as things that he does. Might not be the perfect technique and things, but more, he's slinging it, he's making plays. That's how I feel my game is like. Obviously, times where a little doubt creeps in your mind, but thankfully I have people around me who've helped me get through this, and helped me get through my time at UVA. As far as not being able to play, thankfully I found a place like Richmond, and it's obviously working out right now, and I couldn't be more happy.